AITA for telling my husband he is an AH for not showing any care for me after I came home from hospital with a fractured spine. Today I slipped on some stairs outside and had a really bad fall that resulted in my spine being fractured. After it happened, my husband took me to emergency with our kids. I was in excruciating pain and asked him to leave me and go home with our kids. After 8 hours in emergency with no food, no company, and a great deal of pain, I get confirmation I have a sacrum fracture. My MIL picked me up at around 8 p.m. and took me home and told my husband to get me a heat pack and go to the chemist to get my prescribed painkillers. My son was going to sleep, so I went and laid with him for about an hour while he went to sleep. After I came out, my husband was in the kitchen eating. At this stage I hadn't eaten since midday and it was 9:30 p.m. I asked if he got the painkillers and he said no. I asked if he got a heat pack ready and he said no. I asked him to get me something to eat while I lay down because sitting and standing was really painful, so he did. An hour later I asked if he got the painkillers, knowing he hadn't, and he said no and asked me to tell him about the painkillers. I asked what he wanted to know and he said everything. This really upset me and I told him I was hurt that he hadn't shown me any care or compassion since I got home. He said here we go and I called him an asshole. He said when he asked about the painkillers he felt like he was talking to a brick wall. And that I need to communicate better. I said his questions were ridiculous and I shouldn't have to do anything to receive basic kindness and care from my husband when I return from hospital with a fractured spine. He says I make it hard for him to be kind when I call him names. I truly think he was being an AH when he didn't take any initiative to organize anything to assist with my pain relief and comfort. AITA for calling my husband an asshole? Am I expecting too much by expecting my husband to be proactive in at least doing the things his own mother told him to, get a heat pack ready, and go and pick up the prescription painkillers without me needing to follow him up for them?